Hey guys, what's up? So today's video is going to be quite different than the usual videos that I upload, aka my fashion/beauty videos. And basically I wanted to do this video because there are so many pointless things that they teach you in high school that they shouldn't, and they should focus instead on life things that you are going to need. For example, paying your bills and doing taxes and how to build credit, all that good stressful stuff. So whenever I hear someone say that they cannot wait to grow up, I'm just like, no, you do not know what you are talking about. You do not want to grow up. If I could fly myself to Neverland, I would. Anyways, let's just get right onto the tips. Okay, so tip number one is get a job. This is pretty common sense. A lot of people actually do this before they even graduate high school. Getting a job is not easy, especially after you graduate, because a lot of jobs just don't want people who are fresh out of school because they see you still young and you have no experience, which completely sucks. So one thing you can do is just go on social media, go on your Facebook where you only have friends and family, because if you go out and you ask someone to try to help you find a job, you do not want a stranger coming up to you and letting you know that they have a job available for you, because you just don't know. You don't know where they're trying to lead you. It might not even be to a job. So just asking around people that you trust if they can try to get you a job is a really great way. If you are going to college and you don't want a job because you don't want to distract you from getting good grades or doing your work on time or whatever, I would recommend you guys not to do that. Instead, you should actually get a job, because I know quite a few people where they have graduated from college, they got their degree, and then when it came to them applying to other jobs, they didn't want to hire them regardless if they had a bachelor's degree or not. They just didn't, because they wanted someone with 2 or more years of experience, which honestly, it makes no sense. It's like, what's the whole point of you paying so much money for college just so at the end they can tell you, oh, well, even though you have your bachelor's degree, we're not going to hire you because you don't have enough experience. So what I would recommend you guys to do is get a little part-time job based on what you're going to school for. For example, my sister, she's going to college to study business. So she got a job at a store, and she is working cashier. So she's getting already experience handling money. So that's actually going to look really good on her as soon as she graduates. So get like a little part-time job. When you apply to like wherever you're trying to apply to, just let the manager know, the hiring manager, that you are going to school, that you need them to be really flexible with your hours, and most of the time they will understand that and they will just grant your request, because they do understand the struggle of students when it comes to going to school and handling a job at the same time. It's okay if you don't have this amazing job at first, even if you don't like it. If anything, it should motivate you to go after your dreams. So just think about your future and what you want to accomplish. That way you will know that you're not going to stay in that job forever. Also, if you really hate your job, you really can't stand it, do not quit. Go out and find another job. First, make sure that you did get the job before quitting. I'm telling you guys from personal experience, because I did that before. I really hated this job. I quit, and I thought it was going to be really easy for me to get another job. No, it wasn't. It literally took me several months to find another one, and at the same time, to top it all off, I had bills to pay, and it was just a really stressful time for me. Thankfully, I have the most amazing parents in the world, and they understood my situation and they helped me, but it made me also feel really bad, because I'm supposed to be responsible for my own life. Now my parents, they're not supposed to be paying for my bills. I am. So I definitely learned my lesson, and that's why I'm telling you guys not to do it. So don't quit, just find another job and then quit the job that you really hate. Tip number 2, build credit. Credit is one of the most essential things you need in life when you become an adult. This is like really important when it comes to you trying to get your own car or your own house in the future. So if you go to the dealership and you're trying to get out a car and they see that you have no credit history at all, they're just basically going to deny you from getting that car. Same thing with the house. You try to buy a house, you have no credit history, they can't just give you the house because they have no proof that you are very responsible at paying the payments on time. So a good place to build your credit, I would say, is a jewelry store. Just buy yourself at least like $500 worth of jewelry. I know it seems like a lot, but just something where you can be able to give monthly payments, because if you buy something that's $100, they're just going to deny it, and they're going to be like, well, there's no point for you to even make a payment on this when you can just give me the complete amount right here. So if you try to get jewelry that's at least like $400 to, I would say, $600 is a really good start, then most likely they will give you the option to pay for it monthly, and then that will start building up your credit. So once you get approved for any type of credit card or for any jewelry or furniture place, wherever you decided to start building your credit, when you first get your first bill, there are a couple things that you guys need to keep in mind. First of all, pay it on time. It's pretty common sense. When you get your bill, for example, if it's due on the 20th of every month, just pay for it a couple days ahead. Also, if you're paying it online, you just really have to read it carefully, because there are some companies, they will basically tell you a specific time that you have to pay by. So like there's payment that I usually do online, and it will tell me that if I pay it on the day that it's due, I have until 5 p.m. to pay it. After that, it's just going to count as if I paid it the next day, which is not good, because then it's just going to show that I paid it late. Also, whether you're paying it online or if you're sending a check by mail, no matter what, just write down the date, the time, the amount that you sent, and a confirmation number. Usually you don't need the confirmation number when you're sending a check by mail, but they do provide that to you online, so just write that down, because in case they want to go ahead and tell you that you never paid for a bill but you know that you did, you're going to be like, nope, I did pay it, I have proof, here is my confirmation number. If by any chance you're not paying either by mail or online and you're going in store in person to pay, make sure you always get a receipt, because there are a lot of shady companies that will try to rip you off of your own money. But if you have proof to show them that you did pay for it, then they just can't fight you about it. Tip number 3, don't be afraid to ask your parents for help. A lot of people think that just because they are grown up and responsible for their own life, they don't need to be asking their parents for help, even when they really do need it. And it shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't be afraid to ask them for help, because your parents are the ones who have already gone through all of this. They already know how things work, and they are the best people to give you advice. You're not supposed to know everything as soon as you become a young adult. And this is where tip number 4 comes in place. Learn as you go. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay if you messed up, as long as you learn and you never make those mistakes again. That is the most important part. It's okay to sometimes stress out. It's part of life, stressing out, as long as you don't let it get to you too much and you try to resolve it. You try to figure out a way how to get out of a certain situation, or how to just never do it again. And last but not least, tip number 5. If there's one thing that I would tell you guys to do, is let go of toxic people in your life. You don't need those type of people when you grow up and you know the type of responsibilities that you need to handle in life. There are some friends that you come across, or maybe you still had since high school, but if they're just not doing anything good in your life, if they're not guiding you in the right direction that you should be, then just let them go. Honestly, it's not the end of the world. Reality is, no one remains friends after high school. There are some people who are really, really lucky and fortunate to still be friends with a lot of their high school friends. But in my case, I'm not friends with anyone from high school, or at least I'm not close to them anymore, and that's totally okay, because I realized that I just didn't need them. They weren't doing anything good. If anything, they were just not being really good friends. Just surround yourself with better people, positive people who will bring out the good in you, who will accept you for who you are. Don't ever change for anyone. Just don't. So just surround yourself with good people. So those are some tips and advice that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm pretty sure I didn't cover exactly everything. I feel like getting a job and building credit is really, really essential. Like I mentioned before, I am still learning as I go. These are just a couple of things that I feel like are very important for you guys to know. So if any of you felt like I missed a lot of great points, then please feel free to comment them down below in the comments. But by any chance, if any of you guys found this video boring, I'm so sorry. I promise you guys I have more exciting videos coming very soon. So with that being said, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!